Today we're going to talk about the lovely yarrow, Achillea millefolium. Achillea comes from Achilles because it is believed that he used yarrow to help his soldiers during war. Yarrow is in the Asteraceae family, and her energetics are drying, cooling, bitter, pungent, and aromatic. The aerial parts of yarrow is used, so that means anything above ground. If you're going to harvest the leaves, you do want to harvest them when they're younger, and then the flower, as soon as it blooms, you can just trim off the flower heads like this. The first and most common way that people use yarrow is as a first aid remedy. Yarrow stops bleeding, is mildly astringent, and is antiseptic, making her a wonderful wound healer. Some of the ways that you could use yarrow for wounds is as a topical oil, as I have here, and then you can use the oil to make a topical salve, or you could just take the fresh or dry plant, chew it, and then put it directly on the wound, making a poultice. And my favorite way is taking dried yarrow, blending it into a powder, and then using that topically. Yarrow not only stops bleeding, but she also helps move stagnant blood. This makes her great for varicose veins and hemorrhoids, and specifically hemorrhoids with a fever. This is also great for a delayed period. And then one of the ways that I use yarrow the most is for pelvic congestion. So super helpful in uterine fibroids. I love pairing yarrow with ocotillo, mugwort, and vitex for this purpose. Another favorite way to use yarrow topically is as a bath. So you can take an infusion of yarrow and dump it into your bath water and either do a sitz bath for varicose veins or hemorrhoids. If you're going to do it with hemorrhoids, I would add other lovely things like calendula and white oak. The third way that we can use yarrow medicinally is for fevers and colds. She is a diaphoretic, so she induces sweating and is great for helping a fever. Also helpful with sore throat, so you can make a throat spray and use that, as well as sinus decongestion and infection. Matthew Wood says that if your tongue is dry in the middle and wet on the sides, that is an indicator to use yarrow. Fourth way that we can use yarrow medicinally is for the urinary system. If we're going to make a tea of yarrow for the urinary system, we do want to do a cold infusion. She is diuretic and a great antiseptic for UTIs when paired with things like juniper berries, uva ursi, couch grass, etc. Yarrow is an aromatic bitter, so the fifth way that we can use yarrow medicinally is for digestive complaints. The sixth way that we can use yarrow is for the cardiovascular system. I haven't personally used her for the cardiovascular system in my practice, but as she thins and decongests the blood, she can lower blood pressure as well as tonifying the blood vessels. So all this dried yarrow right here is going to be used as tea. And then I also have a tincture right here. So these are two ways that you could use yarrow internally. If you want to learn more about herbalism, I do have a beginner's ebook available right now, so I will leave a link for that in the description.